Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. We can just stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just to let you all know that there is public comment, okay? And it's going to be after, so when we break out for non-public, you guys can just sign up. I'll give you a sheet to sign up, whoever wants to speak on a public comment, okay? And do we have a minute, an agenda? Okay. Oh, this one does say public comment. That's a different one
Yes.
than I had.
Because you have a non-public and a public. That's why.
Maybe that's.
Oh, there's two here,
We
yeah.
have 2 packets.
Okay,
Why don't we just do the 5 people right now?
yeah, okay. Okay. We're going to do public comment now, so raise your hand if you want to speak in public comment, okay?
Or step up to the microphone and just identify yourself.
Yep. No?
Madam Chair, may I? May I?
Yes.
Mr. Slater, we're going to call upon you for just a moment. I'm going to ask you to step up to the microphone and explain why you're here this evening, because we're going to probably need a little expertise.
Sure. Bob Slater, 1 Stonehenge Road. Just wanted to come down. I had a conversation with Donna yesterday afternoon, and I know you folks are fighting the war of some needed service over at the library to get reopened as soon as possible. So I had spoken with Donna and said I'd be glad to help with any assistance to the trustees and to her to get this done as soon as possible, work through scope of work and some pricing along with the contractor that you folks may choose tonight, so we can expedite this and get you back into your facility as soon as possible. And watch the cost at the same time for the council and the taxpayers. I know a lot of you don't have that construction background. I'm in town and done quite a few projects in town, and just wanted to volunteer to try to help and get our wonderful library back open and go from there. Every day we wait, more damage could be being done, so you want to get on it as soon as possible. So I'll be at Donna's at the end of the telephone anytime she needs me and try to work through a scope of work and make sure we get everything done for you folks. So I'm here for you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Thank you
Anytime.
we do appreciate it,
Yep.
believe me.
No problem.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I was saying, since this introduced the subject, shall we have Donna do her
Sure.
presentation of the
Absolutely.
contracts?
No one
possible
else, no one else is interested in public comment at this time?
Okay. Absolutely, Madam Chair.
Donna, do you want to share us to where you're at and what
Yes.
you've found out and what you would recommend?
Yep. Would you mind if, just for the public's knowledge, if I go through my report first, just to give context to our discussion?
That's
and
fine,
then-
that's good. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, many of you already know, but for those that don't, on Tuesday, January 27th, a library staff member found the flooding that originated in the teen area of the library while they were opening the building. The Londonderry Fire Department responded to turn off the water as well as the boiler. Our HVAC company, E&E Systems, was on site the same day to repair a burst radiator pipe, which is what caused the flooding. The boiler was turned back on to provide heat to the building, but water was not restored to the radiators in the main reading room on the north side of the building in the 2 alcoves in order to prevent a recurrence of the same pipe burst. From the 27th through February 2nd, ServPro was on site and continued working through the 2nd, so they are no longer in the building now. The carpets have been dried, materials have been boxed up and moved from the water damaged area in that teen area. And, sorry, I lost my spot. And they were also removed about 2 feet of drywall and insulation from that alcove area that will need to be replaced. When they did that, they also let us know that they found ice on the studs underneath the window in the left alcove. So that's kind of what we know right now. Something that could be related or unrelated, on Sunday, the 1st, I received a building temperature alarm from the HVAC system. Because of how cold it was, silly me, assumed that it was a low temperature alarm. Turned out to be a high temperature alarm. The director's office was over 90 degrees when Megan went in to check the system, and this was after the fire department checked the building first. It was early in the morning, so I appreciate them doing that to make sure we didn't have other water damage or new damage. So I've asked E&E to review the trend log to get an idea of what happened there, but temperatures have returned to normal now. Megan did some changing of the settings in the system, and it's looking good right now. We also, as an update to the board, we had our annual fire extinguisher inspection that was completed while we were closed. There was one extinguisher that needed to be replaced in the children's room. But back to our building update. So the current, I've done a lot of work with the town manager's office to try to get us some numbers, some figures to work with quickly so that we can get back into the building as soon as possible. Town Manager Mulholland recommended, since the town had recently been through an RFQ process for the school department building, that we consider the 3 construction management firms that they had already considered and vetted. So 2 of the 3 did decide to submit information to us, which is what you have seen in front of you and what I've been emailing you. So the 2 were Ekman and REARC. As we kind of heard from your joint meeting earlier, there is more information from the REARC proposal that specifies, the timeline. They gave an initial budget for phase 1. Phase 1 is what they're referring to as the phase where we can actually get back open. So the mold remediation, the water damage that's just recently happened getting fixed. And there's a whole list of things that they would do under that phase in their proposal. The figures that they presented are allowances. They're not fixed numbers, but they did give you and the town council an idea of what may be needed for phase 1, and that's the number that was used to vote in a budget that we can use to start with. They also provided a scope summary, which gives you another idea of the kind of work that will be completed in phase 1. And they did today provide a potential schedule and timeline of the project, which is very helpful. I do want to clarify the joint meeting with town council. The date was incorrect, that March date. So the document that's more of like a graph format, it has the correct date that they'd be estimating we can return to the building, and that would be mid-May. Specifically, they used May 13th, I believe. So I just wanted to correct that.
Thank you.
The other document that was more of a notes document is just the first 4 weeks of the project. They gave you an idea of what would happen in those first 4 weeks. But they would be, from that, they would be ready to, jump on board right away. For Ekman's proposal, let me just switch back. They gave us more, I guess I would say, narrative, and their timeline is more so looking at exploratory work starting in mid-March, and then analysis that would continue through June. Their concern, when I spoke to them, was that they were concerned really about the design issues of the building causing many of these problems, and that's kind of aligned with REARC in terms of phase 2. They would be looking at those design issues. So I think there was a little bit of a difference in their approach, which I think you can tell from what they sent to us. And there was an email as well today that provided some more information about their approach. So I'm happy to, if you have further questions, I'm happy to answer any.
I know that you corrected and said not March, but
May.
May is when we're gonna, for the React, but,
React.
Arch. Are they prepared to get started pretty soon? Or-
Yes, so that schedule they gave you started as soon as next week, assuming that you chose them tonight.
And then Ekman's starting later on?
Right, their initial start would be mid-March, it looked like, from what they proposed.
Okay. Just to clarify for everyone, the town council has graciously allotted the amount of money that we need for the first project. And so therefore, we are instructed to select and vote and select for this evening a contractor to give the contract to, okay? The town council took a vote of who they thought was the best, company.
They did not vote, but
Oh, they didn't
had
vote.
some general discussion.
They had general discussion, thank you. And so, would any of you ladies like to make a motion of,
Before we do that,
Yep.
I was overlooking the schedule, which seems very ambitious.
Okay,
And
yep.
I'm hopeful that they're true to their word. And Madam Chair, if you will indulge me again, I'm wondering if Mr. Slater would come back to the microphone and tell us.
perfectly,
If,
yeah,
if,
perfect idea.
Mr. Slater, I'm assuming you've seen this schedule?
Just, yeah, I think it was like 5:30 that came
Okay.
out, right, Donna?
So
Yeah, this afternoon.
does this look too ambitious? Is this real? Is this on it? I mean, just give us a little perspective here.
They're a really good contractor, as Ekman is too. I think I think they may be able to do a little bit better. It depends on the mold. And that's the process. It's going to take you longer to find out where it is, how much there is, and how much remediation there will be. So the sooner they get started, to Donna's point, if you lose another 2-3 weeks, mold spreads. So the more you can get the company in there to do their test. It takes a week or two to get the test back. They got to clean the ducts. They got to run the system, see if anything is into the air. So that's the process. But the sooner they start, the quicker you can schedule the contractors to their schedule. And this is the right time of year to be doing this because a lot of construction trades are slower this time of year. So if they can find out those results, hopefully it's minimal, and it's mainly confined to the basement area, and upstairs mitigation maybe none. We don't know. But the sooner you get started, the less cost you're going to spend trying to chase this. So I would say I think they have a good date, but hopefully you can get in sooner. And that'll be asking them to jump through some hoops, and it's closed, so you've got access 24/7. What can we do to get it open sooner? So that's a conversation, I think, if you go with them, that Donna can have with the contractor on what can we do to get this schedule even moved up sooner if possible, if you give them the green light. So I think it's we've had great dealings with them here with we selected them if this goes forward in March with the district office coming back here to the campus. Very professional. Safety is number one. Traffic, with pedestrians and that working in this tight area. They had a good game plan. And I think it'll be a benefit for phase 2 because if this gets approved and we start in June on this facility, they will already have a superintendent and a project manager on site. So if phase 2 starts in the summer or fall to finish up what you need before the next winter, that could save us some general conditions with REARC because they already have a project manager assigned to this project and a superintendent on site.
Right.
So you're not bringing in another contractor, you're not bringing in another superintendent, and general conditions can kind of, be a lot less. So just my 2 cents on that for the taxpayers and getting this work done, in a timely manner, not to disrupt the library once it's back open.
Right.
So.
Bob, once we open it, okay, you've seen that we're doing it in phases,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
So when we get to phase 2 and phase 3, we're going to be looking at shutdowns again.
That would be Donna working with REARC, if that's who you select, or Ekman, and set it up so they can designate these areas so you can stay operational. I'm hoping they can keep it operational, and you may just have to shut certain areas down depending on the scope of work, which I haven't had a chance to walk with Donna or go see this property yet, and get into the nuts and bolts. I mean, I know the library well, but to see exactly what the faults are and from their scope that they've put forth to you folks. It's just going to take some work, but getting phase one is number one. Then it gives you some time while you're doing phase one to come up with the scope for phase two and a pricing structure. So then you can have your discussions with the council and work together to see how that'll be funded too. So I think it'll give you some time, so I wouldn't jump to that. Let's try to get you here and then work on that with you guys in your meetings and Donna working with their project management team, and come up with a timeline and a way they can do it so you guys can function. So anything can be done. It's just sometimes it costs a little more to make it operable, but you guys can make that decision at that time. There can be 2 or 3 options, to keep this going and how you repair it. So just something, and I can help Donna work through that. So, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Donna, do you think your staff, once they get back into the library, will they feel comfortable enough to perform their duties if they have to kind of walk around people or something, or avoid areas at times that are being worked on? You think that'll
Yep.
be an issue for your staff?
Nope. We've actually been through that before with a prior water damage issue. There was a portion of the building that was not accessible to the public, and we worked around it. Obviously, it wasn't ideal for noise level during the day, but we made sure we posted that to the public so that they didn't have as much of an expectation of silence in the library. And we made it work. And
Great.
yeah, so we've done it before.
My next question for you is, you've been speaking with both companies, right?
Yes.
Tell us your opinion, what formation you came of your ideas that, which company do you think would be better, or even, just say, I was comfortable with both of them, but just give us your feelings.
Sure. So I did tour the building with both companies and with Dave Wally, director of DPW, and Sean Mulholland. And so we did, I feel like, give both of them the same information in terms of the history of where we've had issues and what we're facing right now, which was really great. From meeting them in that, I definitely felt comfortable with working with either. I will say that they both had a very short amount of time to gather all this information, and I do think REARC went above and beyond what the expectation even was, with how much they've been able to gather in a very short time. I would rather leave the ultimate decision up to the board, but I'm happy to say that I'd be happy to work with either company.
Financially, were there one that was much higher than the other, or are they pretty much the same?
No, they were not the same in terms of numbers. REARC gave a larger number mainly because they had put more information into it and they accounted for more. I did have a conversation with Ekman today and kind of gave them an update to be fair to both companies of where we were at, and gave them an idea of what we had gotten from REARC. And they did, after I shared that number with them, they did say for the scope that they would probably end up with a similar number if they included all of that work.
Okay, thank you.
Their proposal did not initially just include that.
Thank you. Board, we've heard from the town council earlier, and we've heard from Bob Slater, a construction expert. We've heard from Donna that her staff would be comfortable working on. Do you think we're ready for?
May I make a motion?
Yes, please.
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we contact REARC Construction and offer them the contract for our library project.
Second.
May I ask, just to be similar to the town council's vote, to also authorize the interim director to,
The answer to that is yes, but can we do
Wanna do it
that in a
separately?
second motion?
sure.
Okay. And did you
I
second that?
seconded, yep.
Okay, any discussion? No, we discussed enough. Nancy?
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Ellen Palmieri, yes.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I would make a follow-up motion, and I would authorize our interim library director to interact with REARC and local volunteers in terms of moving this project forward. Is that covered?
Second,
Is
did you
that?
want us to- did you want us to say assistant director?
I mean, that's up to you.
What, did
You
I
said
say it wrong?
interim director.
Oh.
We want to make sure, do we want to say assistant
I'm
director
sorry,
at the time? right now?
Certainly, interim assistant director, or assistant director, I'm sorry, assistant director, there we
Yeah.
go.
I'll
Thank you.
second.
I just want to note, I had the motion from what they used earlier. It was to authorize, in this case, assistant director or interim director, to enter into any contracts or agreements on behalf of the Leach Library which are necessary or desirable to effect the purpose of this vote.
Is that what you would like me to read?
Now, who,
No, I'm just giving you that
oh, the town council said that.
the council did that
Yes.
for the town manager.
Okay,
Right.
Can you bring me that and I'll read it for you?
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
You want to amend your motion?
Yes.
yeah, she's going to read
I'm
it.
going to. Madam Chair, I amend my motion to read, where is it? That the Leach, this is too small, Donna.
I think we're all handicapped up here.
Thank you. I move that the Leach Library trustees hereby vote to hire Donna Plant as the construction management, oh no, this is the right one. What do you want me to do?
I mean, she already works for us. It's
Nancy
not-
overwhelmed.
Go ahead, you do it.
God.
I don't know what you want, Donna.
Okay, I amend the motion, to authorize Donna Plant to hire, am I saying hire? Am I reading the bottom one? No, the top one? Bottom one. To authorize, I don't even know where I'm looking. Sorry.
You know what?
To auth,
Maybe, Donna,
says
maybe
hire.
you should read it.
sorry.
Yes,
I
would you
just wanna-
please?
I wanna-
Thank you.
Honest to God.
Okay.
You could have sent me an email, that would have been helpful.
This was from the town. I didn't have it either. To authorize the interim director to enter into any contracts, interim director / assistant library director, to enter into any contracts or agreements on behalf of the Leach Library which are necessary or desirable to effect the purpose of this vote.
So move, Nancy?
So moved.
Second.
I guess this is a statement that came straight from the town council?
Town
I mean,
manager.
oh, the town manager, okay.
Yes, Kirsten.
Sorry. Hi, Kirsten Hildenan, Town of Londonderry. This was just the same language that mirrored the town council's motion. I want to be clear that it's your motion. If you would like to do it, it's up to you. This was just this just mirrors the language that the council used to allow the town manager to sign. This would allow Donna to sign the same alacrity that the town can to act quickly.
Perfectly fine. So moved.
And this is a procedure that's normally done here in town, type of thing?
Dan is not a yes.
So the library trustees can authorize Donna to act as their agent in signing this, much as the town council designates the town manager to act as their agent.
Okay.
So this lets her sign a contract for you, and it makes clear her authority to do so in pursuit of this particular project.
We've had the second on it, right? Now
Yes.
we're up to
Yes.
discussion. My question is, it's not our money, obviously, it's the town council's money, you know, and if they're pleased with the wording and stuff, and that's what they want to do, you know, I have no objection. My only problem is that we're like, I don't want to be totally out of the loop, that we don't know what's
Oh,
going
no.
on.
Oh, no, I would expect that you would bring us consistent and regular updates,
Yes,
would
it
you
would
not?
be the same thing you've been getting the last several days.
Yes.
REARC also told me that they will write themselves a weekly update that then I can just forward on to you so that you're actually getting something directly from them as well.
Perfect.
So, just so
Because
you
I
know.
know you want to get that place open, so you're going to be on them.
Right.
Okay, can we take roll call now? Nancy?
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Morocco, yes.
We didn't finish discussion, but I'm gonna say no, 'cause
Oh,
I
did
think
you-
it violates 202, but go ahead.
Helen?
Helen Palmer, yes.
And I'll abstain because I'm concerned if we are violating something and you have the vote, so, okay?
3-2.
undo it tomorrow?
I'm sorry, what? Did someone say something? No, maybe not, okay.
Okay.
So the
Okay,
motion passes 3-2. Actually, 3-1-1.
3111.
Got it.
311.
Good.
Do you want Donna to continue with this right here? this one?
yes,
Donna, could you continue?
On
tell us about the
Gmails?
Gmails?
okay,
Yep, I can also give you another an update regarding our satellite location right now. So we opened a temporary location. Thank you to the Londonderry Police Department for having us. We are currently located in their community room. We are staffing that room our normal library hours, so 60 hours per week. So we're staying very busy. And just to give an update, we moved with the help of DPW and IT. We're still working on setting up some of the technology, and we're not reliably able to answer the phones just yet, but we are working on that. And in the meantime, we are available to anyone from the public at our reference address, which is reference@londonderrynh.gov. We have several staff checking that regularly, so we're happy to get back to you that way in the meantime while we're figuring out the phones and the technology. However, services that are currently available include our circulation services. So you can place holds on items and then pick them up in the Londonderry Police Department community room. We also accept returns there, but the book drop at the library is open still. So either place that's convenient, you can drop off materials. We are offering reference and readers advisory services. There are a few public computers available that can be used now. There is public Wi-Fi available. There's limited browsing we've mainly brought over the newest materials because we know that people tend to look for those the most. And there are some magazines and newspapers too, if someone wanted to hang out and read or check out magazines, that they're there as well. And there is also a small space for an activity center where there's some board games, community puzzle, all the stuff that people really like to do while they're at the library. We try to incorporate a little bit of everything over there. And also note that tax forms we are expecting very soon. We did bring over the display for that. Right now we just have the Massachusetts out-of-state ones, but we are expecting federal forms anytime. And then there's also a note to update you on programming. I will say a thank you to Cheerston and the town for accommodating us. We were able to move nearly all the February and March programs to alternate locations, mainly in Town Hall. But between Town Hall and the community room. And I did enclose the updated calendar that Becca put together that does clearly show with symbols where everything is located to make things easier. And yeah, so we're excited that most of our programs can continue on.
so for the next 2 months, programs are gonna be kind of right on schedule, right?
Yep, and then we will, knowing now what we know with the timeline, we will go back and find locations for the other 2 months too, to be safe.
I just wanted to publicly thank Donna and the whole staff for everything.
Absolutely.
Everything that you've done, and it just sounds amazing. I told you I peeked in the window as I came by, and I've seen the pictures online. Becca, I want to shout you out too. Thank you. I saw some great things you were posting all over and reaching people, and I love seeing the responses from people like, hey, how about little kid puzzles? And I just love seeing the response of what they need. You're going to make sure it happens. I know, you're great. So thank you so much.
I have to second that. You guys have been amazing, okay? To be able to open a business in like a week type of thing. And the other thing, my only concern is, okay, is I want to make sure that the staff is perfectly safe when they go in and get books out of the library and stuff. My question to you is, when you've been talking to like Serve Pro and looking at the mold and stuff, do you feel like we should be supplying maybe, hazmat suits for anyone who's going into the library and working for an extended period of time, getting books and stuff?
Sure. So I can comment a little bit on what was. Hold on. I had notes from earlier. The way we kind of figured out what the protocol should be, and I worked with town manager on this. The town had been in touch with DHHS to share what we were thinking, and that was to make sure that staff entering the building would be wearing N95 masks the whole time that they're in the building. And DHHS said that that was actually a step beyond what they would recommend. They would just recommend it for any staff who already have any like breathing condition or sensitivity. So we've taken it kind of a step further and just said everybody. That also is in line with what Primex would recommend for workers' compensation. That protocol is in line with them. And we also, in terms of the materials being removed from the building, we took that advice from the company that did the mold testing. Their report said that items should be like surface cleaned, general surface cleaning. So the staff is cleaning everything that's leaving the building. And when I contacted our, it was indoor doctor that did it, and asked if that would be enough in their opinion, they said that that should be more than sufficient. That was a quote from them. So I think we're doing our due diligence to keep everybody safe and secure throughout the process. Certainly, and the other thing too is any staff who is not comfortable entering the building, we're not forcing them to do so. So only staff that have indicated that they're okay entering the building are going into the building. But if you want to provide any more protection, PPE, obviously the board's welcome to do so.
Okay, basically, I would like you to make that decision with your group if they feel that they need like some disposable hazmat, covering or something. And if it does, then we can make it happen. But, if you're comfortable with, like they're not in there for 8 hours, they're in and out type of thing. And if you and your staff are comfortable, then we'll just go as it is. But it's up to the staff and you to make that determination, okay?
I can certainly offer that to the staff. I will also say that probably the amount of time they're spending most has been during this move and with us as we're transitioning with technology over. So I think as we're set up more, they're going to be in there even less time, if that makes sense. So, but I'm happy to check with all the staff to see if they would prefer something like that.
Exactly, because, until the building is cleared, by the building inspector,
Yep.
Okay, and ladies, do you have any questions for them? Nancy?
So the whole PPE thing was actually something that I was really curious about because unfortunately my company actually experienced a mold remediation situation in our senior building here in Londonderry, and we had to evacuate an entire wing, and anybody and everybody that went into that building had to be dressed up. So they were in PPE from head to foot. So, again, depending on how bad and grave the situation is, we certainly will follow your lead. And if you have anybody on your staff, to Liz's point, that's uncomfortable, let us know and we'll step up.
Sounds
Thank you,
good.
Madam Chair.
Thank you.
And in this situation, the type of mold that's detected plays a huge factor.
Right.
So if you're talking about black mold, that's an entirely different, kettle of fish. So what you're dealing with is not black mold, and that should be made clear to the public. Otherwise, they would not be removing things from the library
That's
and
right.
cleaning them off and sending them out to households. So,
Right. What was found through testing was an airborne.
yeah,
Right.
just a natural allergen. Yeah.
Yep.
Any other questions? No? Where are we at right now?
I can give you the update for G-Milks too. I think it was
Yes,
just.
that's what we're, yep.
I think it was just noted here to make it clear to the public that they are still welcome to visit other libraries in the G-Milk system. You can take your card to other libraries. You can check out materials there. So if what we're offering in our small space right now isn't quite cutting it for you, our neighbors are happy to chip in and help during this time. So I've been in contact with them too to keep them updated.
I had a suggestion, I don't know if it's valid or not, you would know that. I personally would push for clients, for, taxpayers, when they want to come and use the library, to try to get the books delivered to the town meeting, to your community, the meeting room that you have. And that way, it keeps some of, it keeps your staff, less likely to spend a lot of time in the library trying to pick books. If they know that there's books available, it's 2 days wait or something, and then it get delivered, and then you just give them the books, right?
Yeah, so we're just making it about what's convenient for patrons, whether that's visiting another town library or we're happy to have them pick up materials at the police department community room.
Great.
Yep.
Great, because again, I think if we, Gmails is wonderful, it costs, a lot of money, and we should get our money's worth, so, again, it protects the staff more if they're not in the library itself right now more. So, when people call up, you might suggest, we have a whole myriad of books that are available that we can get within 2 days for you.
Right.
But they,
They
and
always
just
have that
encourage
option.
them to do that.
Yep.
Again, you might need to do your staff might need to train people how to use Gmails, because now it's more prominent now, I would think. Because we have signs up, you can use your card at Gmails and stuff. But I'm just thinking about what would be good for the staff,
I understand.
Yes,
We've also been reminding people of the digital collection. So if they use Libby or Cloud Library or Hoopla, that's always available, no matter what's
that's
going
great,
on with the
yes.
building.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, I guess there is no, my question to you on Gmails, are they trying, because we're supposed to be open, that's part of our contract to have an open, has there been a problem with them wanting money or saying that we're in default of our contract?
No, they have been really great and accommodating. For that first week, we couldn't accept deliveries. We got a huge delivery on Monday in our new space, so we know that people are kind of clamoring for us to get stuff to them, which we're super excited about. And things are kind of returning to their usual volume in terms of deliveries. So, but no, there's been no issue there in terms of our
Great,
agreement with
good.
Gmonks.
Thank God we have Gmails right now, huh?
Yes.
Kidding.
Okay,
We're here. What do you want to do about this stuff? Because Jan's not here.
yeah, we're gonna have to wait on that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to, before we have a little time right now for this, or do you want to go into this and come back?
this is gonna take a while, the non-public is gonna take a long time.
Okay. Do you want?
So, and I think Hannah wants to be involved with that. So
Right.
how many, can we cover
think
the
we could do
contracts at the
think
old
so.
business?
I think so.
Okay, why don't we do old business next, okay?
Okay. I don't have contracts for you this evening, aside from the one we already covered. I do have unanticipated funds, if you'd like to
Okay.
move on to that. So unanticipated funds, there are two. The first is from New Hampshire Humanities, $300. That was actually for a previous program. They realized that something they'd agreed to sponsor, they hadn't actually given us a check for yet. So this was to sponsor a program back in '24. And we've already had that program. We already paid the presenter ourselves. So it's not like anyone was missing money. They're just reimbursing us for the sponsorship. And then we also had a resident, Pam Morneau, donate $50, and that was to be used to purchase books in honor of Joseph Gildoni.
Joseph who?
Gildoni?
Oh, yeah.
Any other?
And do someone want to make
Yeah,
a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept did you say $300, $400?
It's a total of $350.
Okay, for under RSA 31:95-B for a total of, you just said it and it went right out of my head.
$350.
$350, sorry.
I did just want to note that that is not the RSA that you usually accept under.
Okay, is this inaccurate?
There is another one if you, I don't know what you'd prefer. If you got advice on that specific RSA, I'm
Oh,
not
I
sure.
don't know, because I did not make this, but yeah, isn't usually one that has two different things, right? An A and a B?
Yes, so in this case, you don't need to do the second one, because the
Okay.
second one is for property. So it is RSA 202-A:4-C.
So moved, I accept that we, $350 under that RSA.
Second.
Nancy?
Second. Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes. Okay. Donna, would you be able to speak to some summer hour ideas right now, or do you want?
Sure.
I know we, okay,
Yes, yeah.
I'm just
Yep,
skipping
I know
down.
where- yep,
Okay.
mhm.
So I mainly wanted to bring it up, well, because you said you wanted to discuss it again this year, instead of having a blanket like decision for forever. I think the idea at one point was if we were fully staffed, that we would try to stay open at 60 hours a week for the summer. However, we are not currently fully staffed. We are down 3 positions. It's over 70 hours a week of staff time that we're missing right now. I don't foresee us being in a place in May, say, to have that staff back, unless you disagree, but that's my feeling with all that's going on. So I am asking that you consider setting summer hours again this year, especially because we are kind of at the peak of our planning for summer. So we really need to, if you're going to be closing certain hours, we need to make sure we're planning around that closing. So I can present to you what we did last year. I know there was some discussion last year on whether you still wanted to do that exact thing or not. So I'll leave it to you to decide after that. So what we usually do is Monday through Wednesday, we stay open 9 to 8. And then Thursday and Friday, we would be open 9 to 5. So that's closing Thursday evenings, where we would normally stay open till 8. And then on Saturdays, we shorten Saturdays to do 9 to 1. And usually we're open 9 to 5. And last year, I believe there was some discussion about like shifting that a little bit to do, 10 to 2 instead of 9 to 1, or to accommodate some of the I know there was comments about athletic games happening in the morning. So that's a thought. And then there were, I think, some comments about Thursday evenings where if families plan a long weekend, they may be coming in on Thursday nights to get stuff before they go traveling for the weekend. So just to give you a quick summary of where we left it off last year.
We recognize the challenge this year of the shortage of staff, okay? And so I think that we have to really seriously take that into consideration, okay? Possibly, maybe, a Saturday 10 to 2 instead of a 9 to 1. I don't know. That's what you just suggested, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we have any discussion on thoughts on this?
Can I ask Donna a follow-up
Yeah.
question? I feel like at some point we talked about data that was kept. I'm trying to remember about whether there was a change or whether it was pretty consistent in terms of our attendance on, certain
People coming in.
people coming in.
I don't have I know Megan's usually the one that puts together the visit data, so I don't have that in front of me tonight. But I can certainly still send it to you if you'd like. I don't think that there was much. Summer is our busiest time of year, so it's no matter when we're open, we're crazy, crazy busy. Unless, Jen can comment on that too.
Totally agree.
So I can understand that there is a change convenience-wise that is going to impact some people no matter what hours you choose. But I think no matter when we're open, we're going to be out straight.
Definitely. Do you think that we need to wait to make our decision to see what Megan's figures look like, or do you think you're ready to go forward now?
That's up to you. I do think there's an advantage to choosing earlier, like I said, because we're in the middle of program planning. So the earlier we know what the hours will be, the better in terms of planning programs around it.
Nancy?
Nancy?
So, my feeling would be this. So, our staff, I mean, we know this, we're short of staff. And I think that our staff is going to be, to some degree, unsettled for quite some time. And I think that keeping our summer hours the same this summer as we did last summer, so that we're not creating more unrest and more, chaos with our staff. I think that these hours that you just presented, for me, how many are we tonight? 5th vote. I would, in agreement that these hours would be acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I think that, so we add an hour here and
An hour,
less than an hour, and
yeah.
it really doesn't make, and the staff is comfortable with the hours that we're doing. When next year there's a larger staff, we might, at that time, really consider maybe extending some of the hours, but I don't think it's appropriate to do it this year.
I don't either.
Is everyone in agreement on that?
Well, I was going to make
Yeah.
a motion that we accept the summer hours that Donna has presented, Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 8, Thursday, 9 to 5, Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 1.
I'll second.
Nancy, roll call.
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes.
Okay, motion passed.
Thank you.
All right. We might have to think about going into non-public
Okay.
because we have a lot of conversation.
Okay.
Okay? I think we're going to go into non-public now because we have several things to do in non-public, okay? So, and at some point in time, the lawyer will be calling in, but, we can do a lot of basic work before she even calls.
We have to make a motion.
Would you like me to do the other, or are you going to return to?
Oh, I'm sorry, you had something else?
Well, you had candidate night, which would have to be discussed tonight if you want that to move forward.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also had an other proposal that would fit under the other
Okay,
business.
let's talk about candidate night first.
Okay, so, I mean, this was brought forth by the board, so I don't know, I assume you're asking
this
for
the past couple
something
years.
Yeah.
similar to the past couple of years. Did anyone check to see if a space at town hall is available for the date you presented? I know it's is that prior to your normal meeting?
I think so.
But your meeting's been moved to Thursday,
Yeah.
so I don't know if you,
What day of the
I
week
do
was
know
it?
Wednesday is almost impossible to get any room in this town on a Wednesday. We have a lot of committees that are meeting. That's why we had to do Thursday. So, what day was it planned now?
so your meeting is planned for?
A regular
No,
meeting.
I'm talking about the meet and greet.
There isn't one planned right now.
Oh,
Because I think this was written, she didn't write this, so whoever wrote this, she's saying, put
Oh.
that in there.
Oh, okay.
But Donna is saying she doesn't know if someone checked to see if there was room
Candidate night,
availability.
yeah.
Yeah,
don't
we
think there's
usually
any.
also ask one of the town moderators to help us that night, and the staff have not extended an invite for that. I don't know if any of the board has.
no, I haven't heard anything. No.
The Meet the Candidate night is for all the candidates across the town ballot. Is that true, or is that
No.
specifically
No,
for?
it's
In the
just-
past, it's been for the trustees
Just for-
specifically.
Yeah,
I wasn't
just for the
sure.
trustee positions.
It wasn't,
And I think there is a separate thing that is being held here on a Saturday that
okay, so
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
for the
I've,
rest of the
anyone running?
positions.
that's
Yeah.
what I've
Position?
seen. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I've seen
Not
then
this Saturday, but
advertised.
If I
following
recall,
Saturday.
last year, I think there was probably almost a dozen people who came in to run and was on the ballot. Maybe 10 or 11, 12, right in there. So, there was a lot of activity and a lot of interest. I guess, should we say that if we can find an appropriate date, we can vote now? If we find an appropriate date, we could set up
We
a
could do
candidate
it
night?
before a meeting,
let's-
because there's nobody else in the room before us. Thursdays, there's nothing.
So we
happening.
we can vote this forward and with saying that we'll double check to make sure that's, like, we'll
That-
double check right
yes,
away tomorrow to
Based
make
on the
sure.
fact that
and
we
then-
can find space,
Okay.
yeah.
Should we stick with this date and time, though, because it makes sense?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
March 5th is the date we're looking at.
if we're
okay?
able to secure that quickly, we can take care of reaching out to a town moderator. You guys have enough on your plate.
Okay, that'd be great.
All right, ladies, can we take care of that?
Yes, yeah.
Nancy, you know everybody.
I'm gonna,
Take care of that?
I'll call him.
Dan, you know, a
I'll
town
go ahead and
moderator
book
for
a
us,
room
maybe?
tomorrow, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that, do we need to make a motion for that?
Yep.
Okay, that we will host
Yes.
a library trustee candidate night, hopefully on Thursday, 3/5 at 6 PM here, which will be right before our regular meeting.
Second.
Okay.
Nancy?
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes.
May I just ask one follow-up question?
Yep.
In the past, the staff has also prepared like questions for the moderator to potentially work from if there aren't public questions. Does the board want to prepare that, or would you like the staff to prepare that?
Kind of, what do you want to do? I
I
mean,
feel like, again, you have a lot
obviously,
going
you
on,
might,
but-
you might know
I-
more.
I might be able to find the document that was used in previous years. I can't promise that. I can look though.
You go for it.
If you find
got
it,
any
if you find it.
questions,
Okay.
Okay.
If you got any questions, just contact us each, individually. I'm sure we can come up with questions, okay?
Okay.
So I will book a room for
We th-
3/5.
Beth
at
thinks
6
this
p.m.
room is
It
available.
should be available.
Right before our meeting, so we should be able to secure it.
Yeah.
Okay,
It also says our meeting schedule going forward, as far as we know, Kirsten just left, but as far as we know, we were moved to Thursdays
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
for tonight
Um,
and March's meeting.
for tonight and March, but maybe after that, we have to,
We can look
I
at the
don't know if
schedule.
Thursday's the best night. We just picked it because it was the only night we could find a room.
okay.
Because I know one of the members here, the trustees, would not be able to make Thursday nights, so.
Okay.
But again, we have to see, it's hard to get everyone at any
Well,
one time, but.
The other thing is, within one more meeting, there will be an election and there will be a change in the board.
Yeah.
So it might make, I think we can just look into when we can find the availability, and then,
So we're gonna shoot for, this is February, so March, we're gonna put it on a Wednesday night.
no, as far as we think right now, we are all set this
The
meeting.
candidate, yeah,
Yep.
we're not changing that.
No,
yeah.
but we are, that our next meeting is set for that same night at 7 PM here.
Oh, okay.
But that, we don't know right now if there was ones booked beyond that.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay, but we
Yeah.
can.
So
but
I
if-
really
I would say
wanna
if this
know
room is available, that we should
If
just
we
stick
can
with
have
it.
it from 6 on,
Right,
okay.
okay.
Do you want me to continue to the other?
Yes.
Okay.
thank you.
So in your packets that I handed out to you, I presented a brief proposal. So the administrative staff, which is me, Jen, and Megan, are finding that we are constantly moving between buildings right now. And in doing so, it's been very difficult to carry everything with us, have everything we need in front of us. And laptops have been, while they're portable, they have not been the best thing for us to use. So I'm proposing and asking that the board approve us to purchase 3 tablets, Android tablets, specifically Samsung Galaxy tabs. I gave you cost for them and included what it could cost for like buying a case with a keyboard. This, to be clear, is like the maximum cost, so we would still do our due diligence to find wherever we can get a cheaper cost.
Okay, so you're saying that if you had a tablet and you could take it with you, you could make decisions and do things on the run.
Yes,
And you wouldn't have
especially,
to keep going back and forth to get to a computer and stuff.
Correct, especially for
More
me.
responsive to your staff and also to your clients,
Yes. For me personally too, knowing that we're facing a big building project and I'm going to be working with vendors, I think it'd be much more convenient to have the tablet to work off of, to take notes, to manage my calendar, that sort of thing. And I don't have that ability to do that right now. I've kind of had to use my phone, which hasn't been ideal. So that's my ask.
Okay,
this
and you're
evening.
looking for 3 Androids,
Yes.
and do you have an approximate
It
dollar
was in the
value?
packet, I don't know where
Yes,
mine
I
is.
presented so with the tablets themselves and
Let's see. Oh, okay.
the cases, the total was,
So it's basically almost $1,000 each.
right, the total was,
Possibly, she just, but there could be
Possibly.
less.
Yes.
yes.
Now, Our equipment line, do we have money left in that?
I did give you a budget tonight. Let me see. Equipment. So I will say too that we're not totally up to date with paying invoices because of all that's happened. We're getting Colleen set up to handle accounts payable, so we've got a stack of invoices to go through still. So I just want you to be aware of that. So machine and equipment, looks like we didn't have a budget for it this year. So it would be overexpending that line.
But at the same time, we're making your
It's-
time
it
more
is a bottom-
efficient.
Oh, wait, I just want to mention, it is the bottom line. And the trustees do have the right to, to extend that, price not to extend that line, but to have it put on a different line.
Right.
Okay? So that's part of the New Hampshire Library Trustees thing, that they have the right to change the line.
Yep.
Okay? So, I think we're still gonna run in the black for this year's budget.
Yes.
At least from what Jan's telling me, that's where we're headed. So do you think that, do you agree with what Jan says?
I do agree. I know that there's salary money that's not being spent.
Yeah,
So I agree
unfortunately,
with
we
that.
can't use salary money. That's the only,
No, you can because it's a bottom line budget. And
Yeah,
the
but-
salary is in the bottom line budget.
Yep.
But
Okay.
I also want to say that I believe that the plan in terms of where money is coming from, like where I should say the invoices are going to be paid from for the building project, that is going to go through the library budget, as far as I'm aware.
they're gonna transfer the money into our budget and.
No, I think it's going to be billed to the library budget, and the town is going to figure out where it's coming from.
Okay, that's your
So
understanding.
because of that, I do think that the budget's going to be overexpended because of what's happening with the building.
Okay, my feeling is that I think this is necessary to get the job done, okay? I think it's ridiculous. You have to run to another building to be able to answer, a call or stuff like that. I think that's critical in today's technology to do that. By the same token, maybe everyone hates to hear this, but I'm gonna say it, maybe we cut a couple of programs just to make that $3,000, you know what I mean? Because if we're having 500 programs and you cut a couple, that's not bad, But then again, I'm speaking the whole summer type of thing. You only cut 2 or 3 and you make up that money. I'm just saying that if we spend that money, we may have to cut somewhere else. But we're bottom line budget, and I think we're gonna be fine, is my opinion. But I don't wanna go on my thought of being fine, okay? So I wanna make sure that we're diligent and that we say there's ways we can make it happen. Any discussion, ladies, on what I've just commented on?
I'd like to make a motion to allow the library to purchase 3 new tablets, cases, and keyboards for the sum of $2,900, no, $909.97.
I would second that. I mean, I agree, Liz. It's so this happens in my building all the time. You're in one part of the building and, your computer is in another part of the building, or your laptop or whatever. Your phone doesn't work, and it's
a waste of
it's a waste
time
of
and
time.
and energy.
It's not efficient.
Time and
It's
energy.
discouraging. It's tiring.
Yeah.
So I am all about being efficient and not getting discouraged and upset and mad. So yes, I second this motion.
Okay, so any discussion, or can we call a vote?
I'm ready to vote.
Okay, go right ahead.
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Lynn Palmieri, yes.
Thank you.
I don't know if, you know what, we're talking about summer hours. This is a monkey on our back every year of closing on Old Home Days. I would like to put that one to bed right now.
I would agree.
you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we talked about it last year, and we didn't close last year, did we?
We did
Yes,
close
we
last
did.
year.
You can't even
But we
access
said
the
we would
road.
look at the traffic,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
the
not-
Megan's reports.
Well-
Quite frankly, the town is, when I talked to the town, they suggested we not open on that Saturday, because first of all, it's only,
You can't get in there.
it would only be 4 hours. And it's the 4 hours during the peak of the parade and everything.
Right.
So it just, I don't think it makes sense, but I want to put it to bed and get this decision made.
So I would agree with that, because, I mean, we also have a booth, do we not? And we
Yeah.
have a sale, and
Yes.
and people are.
And the team are always on the parade. They're doing the parade.
they're in the
I think they
parade,
enjoy doing
right,
it. What do you say, guys? Do you enjoy doing the parade? No comment?
I've never done it. I don't work.
Huh?
I've never done it.
Oh, okay.
Well, Becca, we're
works
putting you
the
in the parade
booth.
this year.
Okay. Does someone
You're a
wanna-
celebrity now, Becca, at the library. We're gonna put you in the parade.
If there's no more discussion, does someone want to make a motion?
I make a motion to close the library on Old Home Day 2026.
Second,
Nancy?
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes.
Thank you.
Does that take care of most of your issues that you need early decisions on?
Yep.
Yeah, because people are gonna wanna start plugging in vacation time now. So at least if you know that Saturday's free and what the hours are gonna be, okay?
Yep.
Just to make your life easier, for sure.
Appreciate that.
Okay,
8:01.
Yep. Do we have to go into one of these, Moira, do you know, like, do we have to go into one of these first?
Yep.
Or do you know which one we have to go into first?
on the non-public,
Yep.
yeah, we have about 3 different things to
Do
do.
you know which one we need to go into first so we can say it?
Should be the
Oh, you're
273
saying,
for the attorney, right?
That's the,
Okay,
and then that's talking about staffing.
okay,
So we should do this one first,
okay.
okay?
I make a motion that we enter non-public under RSA 273 dash A:4.
Second.
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Beth Marco, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes.
Okay, we're gonna go into yes.
Motion to return to public.
Second.
Meeting. Second,
Beth, yeah, I think.
okay.
Roll call.
I, Helen Palmieri.
I, Liz Thomas.
I, Maura Ryan.
Yes, Beth Marco.
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
And then I would make a motion to seal the non-public minutes.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
Second.
Okay.
Yes, Liz Thomas.
Yes, Maura Ryan.
Yes, Beth Marco.
Nancy?
Yes, Nancy
Thank you.
Hendricks, yes, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Helen Palmieri.
Okay, all right. And I only have, what was I gonna say? Oh, we did the summer hours, we can't Oh, yeah, I know, I have, okay. Only one old business, okay, that I'm gonna talk about is, we have been struggling with not getting the right version of the personnel policy and the bylaws, okay? And the personnel policy isn't even on the web right now, okay? So what we're gonna, proposing is that I have 3 of the trustees work on a subcommittee, a real quick one, looking at, you pointed out on some of the changes that we didn't catch the last time, working on those changes, and getting, by next week, we want a personnel policy that we can give to the employees, okay? And that they can sign, and we've already made some changes that'll go in from, decisions tonight, okay? So you can share with your staff what we talked about in reinstating verbiage in 2, and then, okay? So,
So, did that happened in a vote in non-public, Liz?
huh?
The ones that were sealed.
I'm just asking,
Yeah.
should that have happened in a vote in public? If you're changing the personnel policy again?
I don't think we're changing
It's
it.
not changed.
No,
from
we're
just-
think
cleaning
it's-
it up. We
Yeah,
have-
you just said you told me that you're making changes compared to what you last voted on.
Yes.
I think we can say in public what the,
Yeah.
what the one.
Okay, yeah,
I-
would you like to hear it in public right now?
I'm suggesting that you might want a public vote for
Okay.
whatever changes you made.
I wasn't present at the December 3rd meeting when that was voted on, but, and I know we removed sections 8, 9, and 10. We are going to, I'm gonna make a motion that those will be removed, we're fixing that, but we'll be adding a disclaimer that will discuss how, that within budgetary years or, right, that there will be COLA and there will be merit. We're gonna make a separate document for benefits that will have outline COLA and merit. It just won't live in the personnel policy.
The personnel policy is a contract, okay, between the employees and the employer, okay? Basically, we're saying if, as long as the town votes in the budget to cover COLA and merit, that you will continue getting it. And when Jan did her budget this year for the town, she included COLA and merit, and it went through. So both Jan's version and Erin's version included it. The ones we saw did, okay? So all we're saying is that's basically, Donna had advocated for you guys, and we said, yes, we'll put that in the, in the personnel policy, okay? And then the only other thing is that was exempt time, okay? That was the
yes.
third issue. And what we resolved is that we're actually giving
Non-public.
exempt time now until the 30th of June, through this fiscal year, okay? After that, we're terminating the exempt time. And Donna was graciously able to accept that because she wanted to protect you guys and make sure that you guys got your COLA and merit. So, that's, what else did we have that we decided? That
As
we're going to
Donna
have a
had
committee, and we're going to fix the personnel policy, fix all of the, not just adding the codicils to vacation, to the merit and to COLA, so that it's right in there, that we're gonna try, we're gonna budget for it yearly. The only reason you wouldn't get it is if they canceled up, just threw it out of the budget, the town, if they didn't budget, they didn't agree with it, okay? So basically, you got it last year, you're already getting it next year. We intend to go on on there, okay?
So, Madam Chair, just to clarify, the committee is getting together to update the personnel policy. Is it being presented at another meeting as a draft to be accepted by the board?
Absolutely. And you can review
Okay.
it. We'll allow you to look at it if you have any comments. How's that?
Okay. Because you originally said that you would send it next week for the staff to sign, but that can't happen without the board
That will need to
approving
be
it.
changed.
Right, that needs to be
Okay.
changed.
So the board will approve it before the staff's,
Correct.
okay, thank
We're
you.
trying to clean up all of the remaining fires that need to be.
And get them
Cleaned
on,
up,
get them up on our, on our website.
Okay.
And so, yes, as soon as we can get it all agreed, we'll get it on the website. You can give your copies to your personnel, okay? So that they know what their structure is of their job. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be questions or fears or anything like that, okay? That's why we're trying to do things, clarify things, okay?
Okay, that's good, I think. So, I think I started to make a motion, but I'm not sure it's necessary at this point. Unless we want to make, I'm going to amend it and just say I'm going to make a motion that we are going to clean up the personnel policy for grammatical and formatting issues and also add the disclaimer about COLA and merit.
Okay,
Do I have a second?
roll call?
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Beth Merkel, yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Are you ready to?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Liz Thomas, yes.
Nancy Hendricks, yes.
Helen Palmieri, yes.
Maura Ryan, yes.
Beth Merkel, yes.
Okay, we're adjourned at 9:20 PM.